Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our series on achieving business and relationship success. This episode, we discuss overcoming limiting beliefs and fears. We'll talk about learning where your limiting beliefs and fears come from, how you can reframe your limiting beliefs and make them work for you, facing your fear and taking action. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle, clear your mind, and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
Hi everybody, and welcome to session number 4, where we're going to discuss the whole concept of limitation that are blocking us, like fear and phobia, that not helping us to grow into the next level of our success. Maybe address that concept of fear, the concept of phobia, the concept of what we're going through in our life when it's time to become super successful, and now of course fear disturbing us from achieving those goals. Now think about it. I mean, when you want to make it in life, I mean, you absolutely want to make it, whatever it is, money that you want to make. What is your fear? What is blocking you for making it? Is it not the right time? Is it not the right place? You didn't find enough money, you don't have enough education. All those reasons, or if you're asking me, I will call it excuse, are becoming your fear. And remember, if you want to ask yourself where your fear come from, your fear come from something in the past that you couldn't handle, something you couldn't overcome. And you gotta face the fear. Fear will not go away. When a fear comes to sit within your brain and sleep there, the fear is not going nowhere. It's actually staying there. The only way to deal with that fear is basically facing it. There is no other way around. Whoever tell you that the fear will just one morning will wake up and say, I have enough with you, I'm leaving and I'm going somewhere else, it's not exactly going to help. Of course, you can do all kind of technique like hypnotherapy or other technique, but remember, the fear is there to stay. Your mission is to overcome that fear and facing it. Now, the reason you have fear, as I started before and explained it, is things in the past that you couldn't overcome. It can come from your parents, it can come from a bad teacher, bad experience. It can come from people who cannot even believe you can make whatever you try to make. You know, normally when you start a new idea in business, when you tell it to the wrong people, what they're gonna say? You're never gonna make it. There's no chance for you ever to make it. Why are they saying it? Because they feel if you're going to make it, you're going to take off and they lose a friend. You know, remember, misery loves company. So if you have 4 guys in the bar or 4 girls in the bar and there is only 3 girls in the bar, they're missing 1. They don't want you to make it. Not consciously, but subconsciously, they don't want to lose you. So when you share your dream with people, the first thing they're going to present to you, what if? And the what if, let me tell you, that's a big one. The what if is drilling into your brain. It's not only scaring you, it's putting so much doubts until you go back to what? To safety. You know where you feel safe? If you really want to stay safe, there is one place you can feel safe. Prison. Go back to prison, it's very safe. You got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and nobody ever leave, nobody ever get in. It's perfect, it's good. But if you want life full of fear and opportunity, that's what it's all about. You want success? There is fear. Because success is here. Before success, there is fear. You're not overcoming that fear, you got a problem. So when you think about it, how do you choose fear as something that once you overcome it, you achieve success? So there is a way that my kids taught me. It's called a video game. I don't know when the last time you played a video game. My kids taught me a secret. They told me that when you get to an area where you're about to go to the next stage of the game, there is all the problem that can ever happen in the game. The all enemy has come and attack you. And then once you overcome it, then you actually overcome that level of the game and you're ready to go to the next one. So remember, when fear appear and they happen to be really, really strong, and fear are real to some people and are not real for others. Is fear real or not? You know, some people say it's force, right? It's force, okay? Appear to be real. That's what people say about fear. But if you ask the person who is afraid, they say, I'm sorry, but it's absolutely real. I'm afraid, I'm run out of money, things are not working for me. Can you use that fear as a motivation force to say, wow, I'm just before the success of my life. Let me give you an example. I don't know how many of you ever went door to doors. Those of you who never did door to doors, like me, or like the famous Zig Ziglar, those of you who know what Zig Ziglar is. When you go door to doors, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about people. And to go door to doors in New York City, I want you to see you doing it on Park Avenue. Door to door, try to sell whatever you want to sell. I'm telling you, when you go door to doors, you get so much rejection. There's nothing left beside fear. So you either face it or run away and go back home. And one of the things that I learned about business at that time, that the door before your success is always the door that's rejecting you the most. Is always the nightmare of your life. I had at one point before achieving one of my goals, I had a gun put into my head in one of the doors. Somebody was very angry, pulled the gun, put it in my head and say, get out of my office right now. So of course, I get out, I start smiling, and I continue to next door. I didn't think there is a gun in the next door. What's the odd, right? And then the next door was the business deal that I closed. So what I'm trying to tell you, within this session, fear, a necessity for you, because when you're overcoming them, success is right there in front of your face. So the question I'm going to ask you, how is your fear work for you? You gotta be aware of your fear. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed. We all have fear. If you don't have any fear, you most probably will end up in a mental hospital. Only mentally disturbed people have no fear, right? I mean, so if you have fear, you're absolutely healthy. Just don't let that fear conquer your brain. Don't let that fear conquer your life. It's not fair for you. It's not fair for your relationship. It's not fair for your love life. It's not fair for your business. Just make sure you understand that you have fear. It's okay. You have fear. Now, how is that fear can work for you? So remember, once there is fear in front of you, before you're doing something big, that's exactly the sign that what you're about to do will be a success story. If you have no fear, that means it's not a big deal. Nothing is really a big deal. It might happen good, it might happen bad, but there is no game change there. There is only one place where there is a real achievement is when you have either phobia or fear to achieve something. You know, in one of the talk that I gave in Palm Beach, I will tell you a personal story. So at that day, you know, somebody gave me a diet pills, and he was a salesman, the best salesman you're ever going to meet. Tell me that's going to work for you. You lose 20 pounds in 1 month. The one thing he didn't tell me that when you take that pill, you sweat, your heart rate go up. And I'm in the middle of giving a lecture in front of so many people about business and relationship. I'm standing there and I'm start sweating. And I said, whoa, I'm not feeling well. I start feeling my heart rate going up. I'm scared. Am I dying? Is it how death look like? Like I can't call my wife, can't use the phone, the camera is on, the newspaper is there. Embarrassing. And I'm starting to imagine into myself, like this is how it ends. Newspaper say in the middle of his lecture, this guy just dropped dead. And I'm really nervous. I'm afraid. I'm panicking actually. And I'm supposed to motivate those people. But I'm myself, that 10 minutes of phobia, I'm talking, but I'm shaking in my heart. Then I found an extra power in me. I said, you know what, Eliyahu? Let's make this lecture, let's make this talk is the best talk you ever did. Because it's about the people. It's about the people. You know, just kick out this fear. No problem, you took this pill, you're not taking it tomorrow. Now let's give these 2 hours the best. And that was one of the most successful teaching or lecture I ever gave. And I remember when I came home, the influence of the pillow was already gone. And the story that I'm trying to tell my wife, I mean, it was not even said. So when she asked me, what happened today? And I said, I almost died, but I'm alive. Sounds stupid, right? The fear is always sounds stupid once you overcome it. But before you overcoming, it's a story of success, because just by you overcoming your fear, you're a successful person. Think about it, please. Take action. I would like to tell you, at the end of the day, New Yorker will tell you words are cheap, or they will tell you the proof is in the pudding. What do they mean by that? The proof is in the pudding. When I talk to New Yorker, I enjoy. I say, the proof is in the pudding. What does that mean? Taste the pudding. Is it good? Now eat it. Okay, very, very simple. What does that mean? Take action. Words, philosophy, nice thing. You got to jump. Eventually, you got to jump. Yes, I'm going to talk to you how to swim. I'm going to talk to you how to ride the bicycle. I'm going to talk to you about how to build a business, but you got to take action. If you don't take risk, you don't take action, it's not happening. It's not happening. If I will teach you how to fish, but eventually you're not even going, take the boat out to the ocean, try to get some fish, nothing is going on. It's just theory, just philosophy, just a nice talk. So the idea here is to take action. Taking action, there is two types of action. Some people take action before they're ready, and some people take action when they're ready. Now, if you want to play it safe, you want to play it conservative, take action when you're ready. I will tell you the result will be disappointed. When you take action, when you're not ready, the beauty about it is that you start meeting people and situations you would never imagine to believe that you're going to meet. You're going into an event and you take action to initiate, shake the hand first, doing what you do first, then all of a sudden, people actually coming to you. I will tell you another personal story. As you can hear my accent, I'm Israeli. I was born in Israel. So my English is not the first language, right? I mean, for me, the first language is Hebrew. Go ahead. I'm a public speaker who's speaking English to you in front of a crowd that some of the words in 1990, try to imagine, not exactly I can pronounce the T and H like a perfect American, right? Think about it. So I remember myself approaching people, knowing that they cannot fully understand my vocabulary in English and still making it and still doing it. It doesn't matter where I went, I had to face my fear of language. So when I faced that fear of language, I had to jump in before I was ready. If I would be waiting to be ready, then I would not meeting the people from the Forbes that I was meeting there. Everybody wanted to know, why is this guy teaching all those people from Forbes magazine? They're coming to see him, they're coming to ask him question, what to do, how to do, where are we going? I remember that guy looked at me and said to me, listen, you're a few years here in America and you're hitting it really unbelievable. What's your secret? And I said, I jump in. So what do you mean jumping? I said, I jump in before I'm ready. I definitely know I'm not ready. I definitely know I'm not in my perfect stage, but I jump in. And the reward for jumping in, the reward for jumping in before you're ready is that you get more than you can even imagine. So what do you got to do? Jump in. What is that? Jump in. Jump in before you're ready. Don't jump in when you're ready. Don't jump in when you're ready, because then you get the result, but very small. You want to get a big result? Jump in. Jump in before you're ready. Now, I would like to challenge you. I would like to challenge you this session. And you got to do this session a lot of jump in. You got to do a lot of jump in to take some risk for things that you're not ready for. You got to jump in. If you're not jumping in all area, the result will be the same as before and you will be disappointed. So try to imagine there is two circles. The circle where you're going to put the word you. You put the inner circle, you're going to write you now. You are now. Now make a bigger circle around it and write me in the future. Okay, so far we have two circles. Now let me tell you something else. Around the big circle, what do you see? There's a white page, empty, there's nothing there. When you take risk, when you're not ready, when you jump in, you are not jumping to the bigger circle. You know where you're jumping? You're jumping actually to the white spot outside of the big circle. You know what it's called? Endless opportunity. The endless opportunity is what I want you to get into. Your comfort zone, small circle, the bigger circle, great opportunity, great future, but then the biggest is around that big circle, is endless opportunity. That's what I want you to tune in. So jump in.
This has been another episode of Vital Transformation's guided sessions. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate, or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.